as expected, while also just charging our hearts to be ready for this very great task. It's a task that God expects all of us to go out there and do,
Yeah.
and so we must be ready to do that. Femi Johnson is still here with me, and we're still looking at all of this. So, would you say you have been excited or comfortable with how the Christians have turned out to collect the PVCs and a lot of political awareness, and socialization, and culture? Do you have an assessment for that, good or bad, or mixed?
I think we are doing good, but we could do more. So to say, we could do more. We were looking forward to a time where all of the churches and all over we're going to have programs that is centered around ensuring that people get their PVC. Because we also need to know that beyond having your PVC, you need to come out to vote. You understand? Not just having your PVC is not enough. You must come out to vote on the 25th of February and also on the 11th of March, wherever you are. It is not a time to travel. If you know that your registration is not in Kaduna and is in your hometown and you did not transfer, you need to go back there and ensure to vote. So we should not just use our PVC as just a means of identification. We should use it as the power that it contains. It is called permanent voters. I mean, so long you have it, you can vote permanent. So I think there has been a level of sensitization I would say there's an increase in terms of sensitization, but it's something that we can do more. It's something that we can do more as regards that. Yeah.
Mm. All right, now let's go quickly to what the process would look like, and that's going to
Okay.
be on Saturday morning.
Okay.
You wonder why we're even having to vote on a Saturday morning.
Okay, we are having to vote on a Saturday morning because
Why not a
the
Monday?
government,
Why not a Wednesday?
generally government doesn't want to lose all of the business opportunities that we have from Monday to Fridays.
But then it does happen in other climes.
Yeah, so but it's a choice as a nation to choose Saturday. We could decide to do it on any of the days. So, but I think Saturday generally also in Nigeria is a day that most people don't go to work, which I also think that is why INEC is subscribing to Friday, or why Nigeria is subscribing to Saturday, so to say. So I think Saturday is actually a good day for most people to come out to vote. So talking about the processes, for these 2023 elections, is going to be between 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
That's on paper.
Yes,
I want to believe.
that I always advise, let's wait till then and let's see. But again, it there will be places where it would kick off by 8 a.m. and there will be places where election may start later than that time, because
So officially it's 8:30.
officially it's 8:30
Okay.
a.m.
Okay.
So that is the process. Then for I think the first thing that usually takes place even before the election, for people to go and identify their polling unit. A number of people, because what INEC is doing is to try to shift people, not everybody, 10 meters away from the voting unit where the voting unit is overpopulated or occupied as a result of this change and transfer. So before election, like from Monday now or from Tuesday, you need to go and verify where you're supposed to. I think that is the first issue, and the reason why you need to do that, so that on the election day it will save you the time to now start going up and down. So I think the first thing that is usually done is the accreditation. That is the first stage of the first thing that we done, accreditation. So how it works is every citizen that is eligible to vote and also have their PVC, the first thing that you do is you go to the place that you register, and you meet with the INEC officials, and what they are going to do is to use the BVAS machine. Now the BVAS machine is the bimodal verification accreditation system. It is called bimodal because it uses two systems to recognize the owner of a PVC, and one of the system, it could either use a fingerprint or your face. Those are the only two systems that it recognizes. So either use your fingerprint or your face. So
the fingers?
I think any of the fingers you use in registration could be any of the fingers. But again, if it does not recognizes your fingerprint, it will now opt to facial recognition. So those are the first stages that we need to do.
And then, sorry to cut you, what if any of those is not recognized?
Then you're not voting that day.
Now, would that not discourage the Christians?
Generally, that is the procedure. So you have it. That's what INEC is offering. I think we also need to know why is INEC considering all of that option. We have had issues of rigging and issues of a number of things. So what INEC is subscribing to this time around is the bimodal. Either if it does not recognize your face, and if it does not recognize your fingerprint, go home and start praying for the process. We don't want violence. We want peaceful elections. So I think that is the first stage. Then I think that the first thing that the machine will do is to match your face or your fingerprint. However, once you are done past that stage, you will not, of course, you will not be presented with the ballot paper. Or will be presented with a ballot paper, but again, it should not fail. But of course, it fails in some places. So, but wherever it fails, it means that person is not allowed to vote.
What could be the problem as to why it wasn't captured?
Reasons why it may not capture is some of us, the way we use our hands, maybe because of work and a number of things, our fingerprint may no longer be as it used to be. Accident and a number of things could erase some of these fingerprints. Then for face, maybe your picture was not captured properly while you were registered. So maybe now the person's face is deformed, or a number of things happen.
How about the issue of makeup for the ladies?
I'm not sure if makeup will label, because what it actually takes, even though we're talking about face, is there's what do we call it? And there's this is it iris or eyelid or something? It's not your face per se. There's actually what it recognizes. So either of the way, makeup is not supposed to interrupt. But of course, it's election day. You don't need heavy makeup. You understand? Just go make sure. The most important thing we need is to make sure that your fingerprint is recognized and your face is recognized. So any makeup probably you're not putting on the day of the election, you don't need to, or on the day you register, I'm not sure you need that makeup.
So no need for necessary.
No, just let us go through the process as
and
it
then,
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the fingerprints, what do you advise us to do before that period? I don't know. Are we going to wash our hands or something?
Well, the fingerprint, we're not really supposed to do anything special as regards fingerprint. Your fingerprint is a fingerprint, whether it's dirty, you should be recognized. But most often, what is done at the center for most cases is if it does not recognize a fingerprint, there's a spirit or ventilator, something is used to clean your hand, to also try with all the finger to ensure before you are discharged. You must try all of the fingers, try all of the options, and if it's not recognized, then the person will not ask to move to step aside.
Let me still hold you on those thoughts.
Yes.
To ask if the Christians should all begin to read meanings when these things don't work. You talked about going back home to pray for the process.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that it will be fully understood.
Yeah.
And there won't be any need to have suspicions.
All right. So, because we're talking about Christians, just to also let us know that it's happening all over generally. The machine does not recognize your religion. You understand? It does not recognize your faith. What it recognizes you as an individual. So, just don't think the machine is not biased. The machine only works based on those two beliefs: facial recognition and fingerprint. So, where it's unable to identify any of that, then I think you shouldn't take it as a personal thing. Take it as probably as a result, but of course these are issues that may arise, and it's something that may not really happen, though. Yeah.
All right. So you said the ballots will now be given. The ballot paper rather. So after then, what happens after?
Okay. I think let me also add this first. The queue start by 8:30 a.m. So whoever is not on that queue by 2:30 p.m. because at the last person on the queue by 2:30 p.m. though a policeman or any of will be standing behind the last person by 2:30 p.m. So it means after 2:30 p.m. whoever is not there will not be allowed to vote. So after we completed that vote, now the INEC official will check your name, will check the person's name in the register, and also tick it. You understand? After the tick, then an ink will be applied on the cuticle of our finger. You understand? Just to ensure that you have gone through that process. Let me not miss that. Then a stamped and signed and dated ballot paper will be issued to the individual. So what you should look out for: is it stamped? Is it signed? is it dated? And what is dated supposed to see? Supposed to see
25th.
25th years.
So what happens if those things are not there? You complain.
So you should raise alarm. Yes, it should be stamped, signed, dated, and then again, if they look like I said, if the beavers fail to recognize the individual automatically fails to will not be allowed to vote. So concerning voting, what you're supposed to do, every individual after every accredited voting, you'll be allowed to go to the cubicle. The cubicle is of course a box or something where of course your choice is supposed to be in the secret. You're not supposed to vote and now snap in that. No, you're not supposed to do all of that. Some people try to get funny, and because of vote buying and selling, some people have collected money already and they want to show their candidate that they have gone to vote for them. So that is discouraged. Then the ballot paper now should be folded vertically.
Now, when you actually thumbprint, which is what we do, are you supposed to wait until the ink dries so that you don't have that vote nullified?
Yeah.
I mean, what are some of those little tricks we need to also employ?
All right. So the ink is not going to take long to dry. It's just like normal stamping. So, but again, let me not miss this out, please. You can vote with your index finger. You must not vote with your thumb, because what we avoid, the space is very small. So any vote across any of the line is tagged as null. You understand? So you can use any of your finger, any of the tip, even if you like, you use the smallest one or the index finger to ensure that you vote appropriately.
Yeah.
So while we are also saying you should do vertical, is so that vertical, it remains on the same spot. You understand? You just fold it just like this, fold it vertical like this. So if you fold it vertical like this, the ink is just going to be, if it flows, it's going to be around the same place. But if you fold it horizontal, it may touch on that of another party. You understand? And that will be considered as a null vote. It's also something that we also need to take note of while we are voting. So we must also ensure that the ink does not smear or touch other parts of the ballot paper. You understand, to avoid our vote being rejected. Then, like I said, should be voted, but don't snap, please. Don't try to snap the ballot.
Is it when you're voting?
Some people in the cubicle, while they are alone in the cubicle, of course, no official is there with you in the cubicle. Some people just quickly bring out their phone to snap, and before they put it, so there's no need for that. You understand?
But then, can you actually have your cameras maybe just to take the view before voting?
Generally, there will be officials that are observers. So observers snap. So if you want to actually snap, you can snap, but from a distance. And you're also snapping the general public. It's not like you're snapping your ballot paper. Yes, yes. Then after you've done that, it's folded vertically. Then ensure that you drop the ballot paper in the ballot box. That's on where the cubicle is. Then after casting your vote, now feel free to remain within the vicinity if you wish to, but it could be 300 meters, you understand, away from so that we shouldn't constitute nuisance or make people feel somehow not comfortable to vote. If the place is too crowded, people may just feel that there are a number of people that are yet to vote. So it's something that we also need to look out for. And also let us try in as much as possible not to disrupt the process. Like if it does not recognize your fingerprint, like I said, there's no need for you to disturb the INEC official. Just take it that it did not work and just find your way. I think it's something that we need to do, because I'm equally aware some people may be aggrieved if it does not recognize their fingerprint or their voter. And I think another thing that is equally done, the last digit number on the card, on the voter's card is also taken for some place. But again, what the beavers, the last digit number on the last six digit figure at that. But what the beaver does, and I think it's important for us to note this, is the beavers is working against somebody standing in for another person. So if that PVC does not recognize you as the owner of the PVC, and how does it recognize your fingerprint and your face? So that person is not permitted to vote. Yeah.
Well, it's been hoped that won't have these issues, but then we can't say
we can't rule them out.
Yeah, we can't rule them out,
exactly.
exactly.
We can't rule them out.
And then because of our system, there's a lot of suspicion, no matter how spirit-filled we could be. If you agree with me, on that one.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go for a quick musical break. When we come back, we'll be talking more with Femi Johnson, and we'll be finding out a few more things as we coast home to the end of the show this beautiful evening. Still INVICTA 98.9 FM.
You spoke those words, let there be light, and it was, oh. And in that same breath, the stars fell in line. With one voice, creation cries, you do all things well. Oh, oh, you do all things well. Be praised, be praised, be praised, my Lord, my God. Yeah. Be praised forever, forever, and always. Forever and always. Oh, lost in the dark, under the dirt. I was buried, left to die. But I heard your voice calling my name. The tomb I came alive. You do all things well. From the tomb I came alive. You do all things well. I'm singing, be praised, oh, be praised. Oh, yeah, yeah, be praised. From my heart, Lord, be praised. My life, be praised. Forever, forever, and always. Be praised, be praised. Be praised. Hallelujah. Be praised. Be forever and always, oh, forever and always. Let praise arise forever and always. When our days before begun, in all the battles He brought me over, hallelujah. For all the storms I saw Him calm, in my defense, my only song is hallelujah. Glory, hallelujah. Glory, hallelujah. And how He never let me fall. Now unto Him who is able, sing hallelujah. Hallelujah in the highest. So let there never be a day that I don't rise to bring You praise. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So be praised, be praised, be praised, be praised, and always. When I think of all He's done, sing hallelujah. That will forever be on my lips. For all the storms I saw You calm, in my defense, my only song. Hallelujah. I will bless the Lord at all times, and His praise will forever be on my lips. How He never let me fall.
Welcome back from that quick break, and it's time for us to get back into the discourse. We have a lot of things to talk about, so we
Yeah.
won't have much time to play music and all of that today on the show. It's serious business, and that's the more reason why we can't let things get to sleep. So, Femi Johnson, it's back to you. After the process, you said people can stay away.
Yeah.
Now, some people advise that once you're done, you go back home. What's the danger of that?
All right. There's no really danger per se, but it's just for us to also ensure that we are stuck with the process. You understand? And also let me just also maybe shed a few light on the Beavers machine. The Beavers machine is one that works offline too. You understand? It works offline and online, and just like you had, there's this app we call the Kobo Collect we used to take survey at times. The Beavers machines works like that at times. So even while there is no while you're taking data, it ensures that those information goes straight to the server. So and even INEC went further to even before the result is announced, you can monitor the result as they are coming. So there's this. I will just give out this this website. You can go to www.inecelectionsresults.ng, and when you go to that,
Can we take that again?
www.inecelectionsresults.ng. So the importance of these website is if you go on the website, it allows you to view results as they come on the portal. You understand? So you view results as they come on the portal. All these measures are just done to ensure that there are no rigging and all of.
So as soon as the votes have been
so as soon as the vote has been counted. So I think, and what will also be done again at that unit to ensure as soon as everyone has voted. You understand? As the voting process is done. You understand? All of this information are captured. Then another advantage of the Beavers is that the Beavers is not like the card reader that we are used to. We were using smart card reader before. The Beavers, it has some of this information of participant people on it already. You understand? So that is what makes it easy to understand, to verify people. You understand? It makes that procedure alone makes it easy to understand, to verify people. The same Beavers machine that was used in the enrollment process. You understand? So the Beavers is also used for uploading election results. So it's also it works automatically. It updates automatically itself. It updates automatically. Figures cannot be manipulated. Yes, something we also need to know. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's still stay with all that we've been looking at,
yes.
so that we can actually get clearer pictures as regards all that you have said.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything works electronically as soon as it's been counted.
Yes.
It's pushed immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, so people should still stay around to ensure that all things are fine.
Yeah, people should stay around. Now, I'm not supposed to ask people to stay around, but people know they're supposed to stay around. I may just give one or two reasons why people should stay around, which could be, we have thugs that are sent to come and disrupt elections. So if the thugs realize that in a particular place or community is just a few people and an INEC officials, that may give them the effrontery or the courage to come and disrupt such people. But if they see people around, at times it discourages them to take such kind of step. You understand? But again, it's also for you to monitor. You understand? You're voting a candidate of your choice, and what is expected of you is to observe the process, not to interrupt the process. You have done your part. Observe the process to ensure that the INEC staff and those that are there do what they are supposed to be done.
So when the winner is declared at the polling unit, what should be the reaction of children of God?
A winner will not be declared. The winner, like you said, I think what will be declared, or what is usually declared at the polling unit, is to just show the way we voted.
Okay.
You understand? This is the number for APC. This is the number. So we may have privileged information to see all of that, but the winner is not declared at that level. It is INEC that has the responsibility to declare who the winner is. Yes.
What I mean is, the party is the one that is actually
the party. What you may just be privileged to see is to see the number of votes that was casted at the event, and to also see. You may not really see maybe the breakdown. Of course, you get to see the number of people that voted for different party. You understand? But so that itself does not mean that they are being declared as winners. Just to show that is the result from your own unit.
So if it's not declared, then what do you call it?
It's just a result is shown.
Oh, okay.
A result is just shown. You know what? I'm avoiding declaration, because when you say declare, or you're supposed to declare the final result. Yeah. So what you just reveal or show what the result is in this particular People can rejoice if they choose to. But of course, we know that this thing is done across 36 states. This thing is done across, so many polling. So we need to wait for the final result to come out. Yes.
All right. So whether it favors you or not, what should be the reaction?
The reaction is to take it in good faith, because we also need to understand the process. Election is something of numbers. You understand? If you really, so it means that you have not done your part. It means that your people have not come out well. So what we do, we should take it in good faith. It's okay. We have done our part. We have done our best. This is what the result. But this is what the result. But again, we also need to let people know that your vote counts. Your vote, if your vote does not count, nobody will come and buy your PVC. If your vote does not count, nobody will come and give you rice. You understand? To get the vote. So our vote counts. So, but again, we need to know that there are regions where people mobilize more people to come out and vote. So the result that we see is a result of the mobilization that was put in place to ensure people to vote. There are places where people bring out buses. They bring out people from their houses. They take them to the polling unit to vote for candidate of their choice. So we as Christians, as believers, wherever, let us do our part to ensure that on election day, everybody that is eligible to vote come out to vote. Let's do our part. You understand? Even God say what? He will crown the work of our hands. He will crown our effort. So let's do our part so that God can also crown our effort. Yes.
So can you vote without the PVC? Can the viewers help you do that?
You can't vote without the PVC. There is no more paper like before. You cannot vote without the PVC. Without the PVC, you are not voting.
So those who don't have PVCs now, are they the enemies of this country?
I will not call them exactly as the enemies of this country, because I can also there are also reasons why a number of people were unable to get access to PVC. Some because of work and a number of reasons, but all of those reasons are just excuses per se. But again, I will not call them. I think they have made their choice. I think they have also voted by not voting. You understand? They have voted by not voting, in the sense that they have just shown that they don't care about the outcome. If they care about the outcome, they will get their PVC.
But these people are also praising God and looking for God to help the country.
Yeah, they are praising God and believing God, but they are hoping that God will come in a different dimension.
You mentioned that they should just go home and pray.
Yeah, so they could also join the force that will be praying, on the election day.
But we've prayed enough for Femi.
Yeah, we have prayed, but you don't have your PVC. You understand? You don't have, so no matter the prayers, you also need to come out to demonstrate the fight. It's like when we look at the Bible and we see certain things, and I like the part of David. I like David so much. And David went to God and he prayed a prayer. When he came back and he realized that his wife has been taken away, a number of people of his community have been taken away, and the Bible made us recognize that David was discouraged and he was about to be stoned by his own people, the same people that sang song for him. Remember that they sang song, David he killed 10,000 and Saul killed 1,000. The same people turned back when things were not going fine and they wanted to stone David. The Bible said David encouraged himself in the Lord and he prayed a prayer, said, should I go after that? Should I pursue? And God instantly replied, you pursue, recover. Now, but David did not just sit down to say he wants to recover. David went after them physically and he recovered everything and came back. So we also need to demonstrate that action aspect. Bible says faith without works is nothing. So let us put in that action.
So maybe those that don't have PVCs can be the ones to bring their buses, their cars, can cook for those who have PVCs, and then the process just gets sweet.
They could do that if they wish to, but they should not influence the choice of people.
Oh, okay.
And because that is where we have friends. As I'm giving you this food, vote so people. So you can do all of that, but campaign stops on 23rd. All forms of campaign stop on 23rd of February. You understand? So any other thing is just to mobilize people to go out and vote. No more campaign. You cannot be campaigning at the polling unit.
What are your thoughts about this particular perception line where it's been said, collect the monies you're giving, collect the foodstuffs you're giving, and vote your conscience? How do you do that? How smart, spiritual, and logical can that be?
All right. This is going to be my personal opinion now.
Okay.
My personal opinion is that the person that is giving you the money has probably stolen that money, one, or they have collected loan, two, or they have been stealing that money since they got into office, three. You understand? So if you collect the money and you decide to eat the money, one thing you have done is you have fake or participated in whatever sin or whatever thing that they did. You understand? To get that money. That is, if they didn't get the money legitimately. You understand? But two, whoever that is giving you money, just know that you will not hear from them once they get into government again. Then if the economy is not going fine, you're also part of the problem. But you know how this money is given, you're not just giving this money to vote. They'll just say, I appreciate you for your effort, take this money. But you know in the real essence that what they mean is that they want you to actually vote for them. So if you say you want to collect the money and eat the money and still vote for your conscience, it's also between you. But again, as good Christians, we are told about there's what we call restitution. Yes, if you don't want to restitute on the judgment day or before then,